This week's guest is the reigning TAPS Coach of the Year and recently led McKinney Christian Academy to its first ever state championship game in football. Please sit back and enjoy my Sunday Spotlight conversation with McKinney Christian Academy's Rodney Doyle. Coach Doyle, how far has the NCAA football program come since you took over the program 8 years ago?
Well, we think it's come a long way. My entire staff has been with me this whole time, and they've been here for the whole ride. And when I came here, I think we'd won 6 games total in our history. We'd never won a district football game. So we got here, we put in a weight room, we put in the dungeon, we started establishing this what we call full armor culture, and it's come a long way.
When did you know that this team had the opportunity to be special and do special things?
Well, we always believed in them, and we always think we're going to be able to do special things with the guys we have. We were a little bit worried this year because early on we had 0 linemen. So I had 4 linemen. My 5 starters had never played on the line before. So we moved 2 running backs down, 2 basketball players came in and moved down there. And so we struggled early on in the line. But I'll tell you when the turning point was for us is we were down by 20 points against a very good First Baptist team. We came back and beat them, and that line has gotten better every single week. And by the time we got to the state championship game, even though we lost that game, our offense put up almost 600 yards. Coach Butler takes care of that line. He does a great job, and our O-line was just phenomenal.
How big a deal was it to reach the program's first TAPS state championship game this year?
Oh, it's a huge deal. I mean, it's a buzz that goes up throughout the whole school, and it kind of reaffirms what we teach all along about how we're going to work and eat right and sleep right and sacrifice and love each other and spend time with the Lord every day and be mentally tough on everybody and see that pay off. You know, we talk a lot about sowing and reaping here. So it meant a lot to our program.
What do you have to do to build upon the momentum that y'all gained throughout the whole program as a whole?
Well, we have to keep doing what's made us successful. We're always going to try to critique our performance and try to get better in the small things, but the basic overall philosophies has to stay the same. And for us, that's creating a culture that where we outwork everybody and do the right things. And our ADs and our staff, I know that's going to happen. We're going to stay consistent.
What's the plan for transitioning into a bigger division and playing bigger teams next season and higher competition?
Well, again, we have to keep doing what's made us successful so far. And on paper, I mean, we're competing against schools that are a lot bigger in terms of enrollment, a lot bigger in terms of number of athletes, a lot more money, better facilities, and all those things. And so on paper, you look at it, you're not going to give us much of a chance. But I'll tell you, we do what we do. We do our best. We let the Lord do the rest, and don't count us out.
Describe the atmosphere surrounding MCA athletics as a whole, with record-setting seasons in volleyball and now football, going to state finals in both.
Well, it's exciting. It's like I said, it's sowing and reaping. Our volleyball team and Miss Ackman did a great job this year. And if you come down this past summer, you'll see most of her best players down there, sweat pouring out of them in that dungeon, just like my football guys. Basketball, Carrie Bartu's done a great job of that program, and they're going to have a good year. Our Coach Brock and our girls basketball team are perennial state contenders. They've done the work. Our wrestling program is always one of the top programs in the state. We had 5 state champions last year, 3 returning. So athletics overall, the environment right now is really positive.
Where do you see the MCA athletic program as a whole in 3 years from now?
Well, probably what I hope to see, what I know is going to happen is, like I said, with Judy Collins and Chance Gray, our culture will remain the same. They care so much more about what those kids are when they're 27 than what they are now when they're playing for us. So we're trying to grow Christian warriors and men and women that are going to fight that fight out in the world. So I think we'll keep that. I hope to see us have a little bit better facilities. I hope that we attract the kind of kid, that a scholar athlete that wants to be a Christian warrior, wants to be someone that's has a circle of influence in this world and does some good things, that's tough-minded and wants to go and play maybe at the next level. So I hope we have more athletes like that. We have better facilities. But I think, in like you said, in 3 to 5 years, we'll be right back there fighting for district and state championships.
One last question before I let you off the hot seat. What's the best thing about being one of the lead people that people look up to and respect of the MCA athletic program?
Well, that's easy. For me, it's the people I work with, the people around me is the best thing in those kids. Our headmaster, Bob Lovelady, has been a mentor to me since I got here. He's also my defensive coordinator. He's just such a passionate guy when it comes to youth and growing programs. Our athletic directors, Collins and Gray, care so much about creating Christian warriors. It's fun to be around them. My entire coaching staff, I mean, I've got a bunch of dudes. They're all, most of them, except for me, are all D1 football players. They're real passionate, and nobody here makes their living coaching football. They have a lot of humility. They're just good at what they do. They care about those kids, and it shows through, and those kids respond to it really well. The kids we have here are, in general, different in their approach in that they're willing to push themselves and have a lot asked of them in order to be better people, and they have a real servant heart. And I think we've put 5 people in service academies in the last 5 years. That's the kind of kid we have. They're wanting to serve their country, serve other people. So those kids make it special too. So I have the best job in the world. I mean, the people I'm around are what makes it really neat here.